All right, everyone, I am here. I am here. Good evening. All right. Let me know if you can hear me. Put a 2 in the chat if you can hear me. So, all right. Let me try and get myself set up over here. All right, perfect. Perfect. I just got to get myself together. How are you all doing? All right. What's up, everyone? Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, so let me say hello to Empress Kia, Isis, Starry Eyed, Donna Dash, Mrs. Calico, 50% Creole, 50% Californian. I love your name. Mons 820. Yeah, Joanna. What's up? So yeah, reading on Diddy tonight. And I had to kind of take some time and prepare myself for this because I just kind of feel like I was receiving information about things behind the scenes, but I want to work with tarot and kind of see if what I was receiving downloads is going to match up to what we're going to see tonight, right? Because I was receiving some spiritual downloads yesterday and it was quite messy. It was quite messy, the spiritual downloads that I received yesterday, if I'm being honest. So, come on in. Come on in. Um, Yeah. Mine's 820. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Temperature is starting to drop out here, where I am in California. And I don't like that. I don't like being cold. So if I stop and put my fleece on, I'm just naturally always cold. Um, and I don't have low iron. I'm not anemic. I'm just naturally always cold. So if I stop and put my fleece on, that's what I'm doing because I'm cold. We have heat. The heat is on 73 right now. I'm wearing fuzzy socks, fuzzy slippers, comfy pajama pants. I'm just always cold. So if I stop and put my fleece on, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, so everyone come on in. We're going to get started. Okay, so like last time, I do ask that if you have a question, please put the purple crystal ball or a purple heart next to your question so that I can see it as a question. All right. And today I'm working with the totem deck. Okay. It's a deck that gets really kind of esoteric across different cultures, pulling in gods and goddesses from various cultures around the world and using that energy to tell the tarot story. So, but a lot of it is very, very energetic. And some of it is somewhat dark. And I felt like it was very, very fitting for what we're going to get into tonight. So, um, let me see. Let me. Okay, there's not too many people in here right now, so I'm going to take slow mode off. But if more people come in and messages start flying, then I'm going to put slow mode back on. Okay? So yeah. Absolutely, Kevin. We are asking questions now. So, yeah, go ahead. Start putting your questions in there. Start putting your questions in there. So, I'm here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so Kevin with the first question: how badly abused was Diddy as a kid to produce the evil entity that he is? Oh, let's see. This is my first time working with this deck, and I'm actually excited to work with it. I bought this deck probably 2 years ago, and I've never used it until now. So let's okay, you all can see. Okay, good. So let's see. Ooh, ooh. I kind of feel like I'm not again, and I really don't know anything about Diddy's background or anything like that. Most of the time I really don't pay attention to the celebrities, but since someone asked me to do this reading, I'm doing it. Um, mm, I kind of feel like with his parents, right? His parents did not provide the best balanced home. So I don't know if we would consider that abuse, but I kind of feel like his parents did not provide the best balanced home. I kind of feel like there was some emotional issues. There were some emotional issues or emotional manipulation going on there. Um, that kind of made him into what he is now. Um, so that's the first part of that. Let me put these back in and let me just shuffle again. Yeah, Kevin came in guns blazing. Thank you, Creole. Yeah. It's a really interesting deck because it kind of deviates away from quote unquote traditional ideas about tarot, and I like that. So now let's see. Let's look into that a little bit more. Let's look into Kevin's question a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we have the emotional just kaputs going on as far as the household growing up. I kind of feel like this is more Diddy than his household. And yeah, yeah, very, very, very interesting. I kind of feel like Diddy had some thought processes because of the environment he grew up in. He had some thought processes around what it means to be stable, stability, especially financial wise. Right, right, right. But however he was going to fix his financial situation, he did not want it to take forever. So he wanted to have a financial rise, right? A financial rise that wasn't going to take forever. Okay, like he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait, and I get it, right? When you are in certain situations and you really need like finances, you really need your situation to be better. Um Slow and steady isn't always what's wanted or what's needed, right? And I think that's why a lot of times there are people who are attracted to, we hear it talked about a lot, the entertainment energy and this in the entertainment um field, right? Working in entertainment, an actor, musician or whatnot, and the sports arena, right? Because the earlier you can get in, the sooner you can start making a lot of money, right? And I think, he saw the entertainment industry, the music scene, potentially rapping or whatever, 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 as a quick way in to get the money, the finances, which again, I'm not mad. But yeah, he was just like, these are the circumstances that I was in as a child. So probably not stable, possible emotional abuse, possible verbal abuse, possibly not growing up with the best resources. And that was enough, right? I didn't necessarily see anything like harm or physical harm, but an environment that is void of resources is hard on a child, right? It is financial abuse. It is, mental abuse, physical abuse in a way, because it is, the child does not have what they need to grow up, right? They don't have what they need to nurture them and grow up. So yeah, he whatever he endured, he was just like, nah, nah, that's not what I want for my future. So I hope that kind of answers your question, Kevin. Um, yeah. Okay, so Starry Eyed asks, are Diddy's children safe from him? And okay, let's look into it. Let's see. Are Diddy's children safe from him? Okay, here we go again. Yeah, yeah, for the most part they are. Um, I don't see anything that's, you know, I feel like they are stable because they have the financial stability that he didn't have. And I think that's financial resources are a safety net all of their own, right? I do feel like they do have someone looking out for them, watching over them. Um, yeah, but I kind of feel like they want more from their father, but for him, his definition of safe is financial one, because a lot of times with finances you get power. So the safety net and the safe that they are, as his children, is one of finances. And I don't know what Mr. Hoodoo is doing. Um, okay, here we go. Here we go. Donna with the questions. And Donna asks, um, did he make any pacts with any entities? And if so, why did Divinity stop keeping his secrets and providing his spiritual support? Okay, Donna coming straight through with that. Before I get to Donna's, I'm gonna get to Isis. Isis' question was first. Okay. Isis asked, will Diddy out those above him who are involved? Let's get into it and see. Because again, like I said, I was getting some information yesterday that's possibly, I don't know what we're gonna see tonight, but I know the information that was popping into my head yesterday was just like, oh, this is a mess. No, no, he won't. He is not gonna out people above him who are involved, because they when you are in this system, right? And we talked about like Hollywood and Hollywood's, system. What was a couple weeks back when I did the stream about Hollywood vampires and things that are done, to people getting into the industry. Diddy being where he is right now, he is not the king maker, right? Someone made him king, right? So the people who have power over him, he knows not to mess with that. He knows not to even think about messing with the powers that be above him. He knows better than that. Okay, he knows better than that. So no. I don't see him outing anyone above him. I don't see that happening, because like I said, he's Diddy is a king to people who don't know what power is. And Diddy is a kingmaker to people who don't know what power is. But make no mistake about it, there are people above him. He's not going to out those people. He's not going to out those people. So that's not happening. Okay, I don't know about Nikki Bond. So forgive my ignorance, Empress Kia, with regard to Nikki Barnes. I'm not sure. Again, like I said, I don't know. The only thing I know about Diddy is like the music that he made, and like a lot of the artists that he presented don't really make it that far. Um, that's the only thing I really know about Diddy. I don't know how many children he has. I really don't know. I just found out that he was a Scorpio the other day. Okay, now going to Donna's question. Did Diddy make any pacts with any entity? So this is a two-part question. So let's start there. Donna came in straight out the gate with the esoteric. So let's see. Hmm. Oh yeah. Hmm. So I'm not gonna say necessarily entities, but hmm some spiritual workers. Yeah, he in there with some spiritual workers. Um, and working with those spiritual workers has brought him money, right? Has brought him money. But now with the situation that he's in, um, things may start to change. But yeah, the spiritual workers that he worked with, of course, again, everything is alleged. Spiritual workers that he alleged worked with, right? Um, the promise was money, the promise was fame. And so he had those things. So a pack working with some spiritual workers, sure, sure. Now, getting to the second part of Donna's question, the second part of her question is why did Divinity stop keeping his secrets and providing that spiritual support? Okay, let's look into it. Let's look into it. Hey, Mystery 333. Hey, Brittiani. Hello, my darling. I'm checking the chat as I'm pulling these cards as well. So let's see. Ooh. Okay. Here is why. Here is why. Now, those of us who are not degenerate, right? There are certain things that we're not going to do. And that is abuse of power. He's been abusing the power for so long, abusing the power, using it to see, he feeds off of, see, notice this card says vampire right here. He feeds off of the power that he has over other people, right? Because again, when we're talking about Hollywood, like we were talking about a couple weeks ago, 2, 3 weeks ago, that is the engine that needs to it constantly needs fuel. It constantly needs fuel. It constantly needs fuel. He knows there's always going to be some new young man, some new young lady that wants to get into the industry. So he uses that power and the position that he has, which is power and finances, over people. He's been abusing it for too long. Because he's been abusing it for too long, right? This is the spiritual message, and the message is that potentially he's about to be an example to others, right? Because we all know that there are a bunch of spiritual players in Hollywood, right? The difference is, what are you doing? Do people know about the foolishness that you're doing? Okay, because you can use your magic or whatever to get you money, get you fame or whatnot, but don't be abusing your power over people. Stop playing around with people and hurting too many people. Like, one person is one thing, maybe two, but a whole gaggle of people being harmed, being hurt, that's when it becomes a problem. So that's why it's become a problem. It's become too many people, and now it's starting to bring the financial interwoven net down, right? It's a problem. So he may be used as an example. Okay. Yeah. So do me a favor, if you are enjoying the stream so far, if you like my cards, if you like my nails, go ahead and like the stream for me. I would appreciate that. Okay. So the next question is, we're going back to Donna. What does Diddy's spiritual team? team think of the things Diddy has done to these women? Okay, so everything alleged. Let me do one more shuffle. Let me do one more shuffle. Okay, so I kind of answered that second question, Donna. Why did the industry turn their backs on Diddy? I kind of just answered that. But I'm gonna go to your other question. What does Diddy's spiritual team think of the things that he's done to these women, allegedly? Okay, so that's what we're answering right now. Let me say hello to people who have come in. Let me stop and say hello to people. Um, okay, Pretty Precious. Hey, Pretty Precious. She says, not me. Turn on the notifications and I'll be notified. Yeah, YouTube is weird. Um, Let me see. Mr. 333 is here. Miss Callie Coco. Let me see who else is coming in. Sophia Evans. Okay. Hey, Shay. Hey, girl. Hey, Candy Me. Okay, let me get back to hey, Andrea W. Yeah, so let me get back to it. Okay. What do they think of the things that he has allegedly done to these women? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So the thing about it is that I have to get a little bit esoteric before I can answer this. Okay, so with the scorpionic energy, right? Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, right? Two planets, right? Mars has a little bit of bloodlust going on. Pluto is very destructive, right? And then Scorpio also has a lot of, there's innate sexual energy there, right? When you put all of that into someone who has money and power, it's a recipe for disaster. So his foolishness, because this isn't the first time he's done this. Diddy has allegedly been doing this type of stuff for a long time, for many, many years. So they don't like it. They don't like it. And they don't like what he has allegedly done to these people. But what's worse is now the people fighting back and filing these lawsuits is messing with the money. It's messing with the path and the flow of money. Okay? Because he's, again, Puffy is a kingmaker and a king to people who don't really have power, who don't really know power. There are lots of people way above him that have way more power and money, than he does, right? Rulers of countries, things like that. Now all this foolishness is starting to mess with the money. So what do they think about the things he's done to these women? They don't like it. I mean, they know that it happens. They don't like it, but what they don't like even worse than that is it's messing with the money. It's messing with the money. Okay. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are putting either the purple crystal ball or a purple heart next to your question so that I can see it as a question. Okay. Okay, so Kevin asks, why does Diddy depend on financial and sexual conquest over people who sign under him? See, Kevin, I know the answer to that question. I found out what it was yesterday. Um, I found out what it was yesterday. Um, okay, so this is the question. Um, Let me get out of here. Okay, so yeah, this is the question, and this is a really good question, Kev. I know the answer to it, but we got to see how spirit is gonna help me explain it to you. I know the answer to that. Why does he depend on financial and sexual conquest over people who sign under him to okay. Okay. Do you all know what this card is? Do you know what this card is? It's the devil. It's the devil. Okay. Why does he depend on it? Because there is something in him. It's his energy is very chaotic. It's deceptive, right? He likes, okay, so lies, deception, deceit, it only exists where it can thrive, okay? It only exists where it can thrive. This is what it is right here. This is what it is. And then on top of that, if you can get someone in compromising positions, right? You can get someone in compromising positions and things they don't want to do. You can control them. If you control them, you can control the money. Okay. This is about control. Okay. There's some degeneracy there, but this is about control. Okay. This is about control. It's control. And not only does he use that, the degeneracy, he uses the emotional manipulation in there too. And he does it in a way that it keeps people fearful. But why does he depend on it? Because he's a degenerate. That's the answer. You know, of course all this is alleged. But yeah, a whole degenerate. A whole degenerate. But a degenerate who wants to control. If he couldn't control people, then he probably wouldn't be as big as he is. But this is what people do. People get the money and the power so they can exert control. Because a lot of times people who want to look to control, they never had any control over their lives, you know, especially growing up and into young adulthood. Okay. When you can't control, when you can't rule your own life, it's very easy for you to want and seek that power and try to rule and control over others. But why? He's a degenerate. A degenerate. So, hey Sophia Evans. How you doing, Sophia? Okay, Mrs. Calico asks, should Diddy flee to Bali to escape being taken out by his boss Clive or others since he's useless to them now? Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, I still don't know who that is. Nikki Barnes, American Gangster. When I tell y'all I'm so far removed from celebrities and what happens, I really don't know. Now, I'm a science fiction person. Science fiction and like the supernatural entertainment movies, stuff like that. But as far as like celebrities and stuff, I don't know. I don't know. So you all will have to tell me how close I'm hitting on things. Okay. So the question is, should Diddy flee to Bali to escape being taken out by his boss Clive or others since he's useless to them now? Okay, well, you know, we gonna look. Um, should he? I don't know if he should, but he's consulting different people. He's consulting his people, whoever's still on his side, whoever gives him advice, whoever he trusts for this type of advice. Um, but if he were to, um, I mean, yeah, I mean, technically you could read this as that, being that this would be a plane and this is water and trees, which is what a tropical area is. I mean, should he? I don't know if he should, but he's definitely in consultation with some people. He's in consultation. He's trying to figure out what's going on. He trying to figure it out. He trying to figure out what his next move is. So yeah. So yeah. Okay, so Sophia Evans asks, um, let me make sure. I'm trying to make sure I can see. Okay. Okay, this is the question right now. Did he have anything to do with Kimura's house being burned down? I don't know who that is. Let's see. When I tell you all, I am so far removed from um so the celebrity world. I really am. Okay, so what I'm gonna say with this, I'm going to say that whatever happened to the house being burned down, the house was burned down, um, kind of like retribution, feeling like it was a debt that had to be paid for some type of wrongdoing. So I'm not sure whose house you're talking about, but someone was being really, really emotional and used their power to burn his house down as a form of retribution. They kind of saw it as like a debt that needed to be paid. So I hope that makes sense. Again, like I said, I don't know who these people are, but that the house being burned down was it was like it was payback. It was payback for something. So, um, you all will have to tell me the situation surrounding that because I really don't know. So yeah, I love when Donna asks questions too. So energy vampire, absolutely sorry. He does enjoy the hunt. Yes, thank you. Like, share, subscribe, supports the platform. Okay. Okay, so Pretty Precious asks, do the children suspect Diddy allegedly unalived their mother? Oh, interesting. Oh, Pretty Precious came with the oh my goodness. Eh, okay, let's see. Do the children suspect? Brittany says, I like that deck and your nails. Thank you, John. Yes, liking the nails. Someone the other night told me that they really like my nails. You all know I keep me a good French tip on my nails. Y'all know I keep the French tip is what I do. I've been wearing French tip as the design on my nails since I was 14, and I'm 40 now. So it's been a long time. It goes with everything. It matches every outfit. Okay. Oh, that question is a little heavy. So do the children suspect that allegedly he allegedly unalived their mother? Mm, mm. So the children do suspect, but they don't quote unquote pick at it or fight at it. They know that there was something wrong there, but they don't pick at it or try to get too deep into it because it messes with the mind. It messes with the mind. Um it messes with the mind. So they suspect that there was friction there. There was friction there. But they don't want to deal with the thought of it anymore because it's just too much. Um it's just too much mentally and emotionally. And yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much. So, okay. Okay. Nope, this is the question. Okay, this one is the next question. Empress Kia asks, will he go down quietly? That's a good question. If he is to go down, will he go down quietly? Let's see. Let us see. So, let me check something. Okay, will he go down quietly? I don't. Oh, oh, oh. Mm. Okay. Okay. I don't think it's not necessarily about will he go down quietly. It's going to be about what can he do with the money. I kind of feel like um he's consulting with financial planners, people who can, help with finances, right? In dire situations. I feel like he's contacting those people. So it's not really about will he go down quietly. It's more about how can he take care of the money right now. Um, because he has made a lot of money, right? He has made a lot of money through alleged um illicit means, right? He has made a lot of money. He does have an empire to protect, but I kind of feel like right now he's not going to be focused too much about next steps until he does something that secures the money. Because, companies, money, finances, your empire, like that's a lot, right? Um, it's a lot, but I kind of feel like I don't want to say retribution is coming, but I kind of feel like it's going to be like, okay, alleged victims will have their day, right? Because right now alleged victims are seen as people who are liars, people who are just coming after someone who's important and powerful. I mean, listen, it's a bunch of people in the music industry, it's a bunch of people in Hollywood. Why choose this person to say these things, right? Um, so, I kind of feel like alleged victims will have their day. But right now he's trying to figure out what to do with the money because depending on how things go, alleged victims will win. So that's where that is. Okay, so Donna asks, that was a good question though. Okay, so Donna asks, will he go to no, she asked, will Diddy start ratting on industry men he was running around with who are also participating with him, allegedly? Okay. That's a good question, Donna. Let's look into it and see. Let's look into it and see. I feel like I need one more shuffle. Oh, okay. Okay. As of right now, I don't see it, but that can change in the future. So a lot really, really depends on what's going to happen financially, right? A lot is going to depend on what's going to happen financially. Right now, he he doesn't necessarily care about alleged other persons who allegedly did things allegedly with him, right? But that depends on what changes in the future. Right now, he don't care. Right now, he won't do it. But that depends on what changes in the future. And how the future goes is going to, and how he's going to feel about the future is going to depend on what he's doing with the money or what happens to the money. Um, but overall, I don't see him quote unquote snitching. He may feel some way about it, but overall, I don't see him snitching. I don't see it happening. Um, I feel like if he does start snitching, he may have more problems than he actually wants. Um, but I think it really all depends. But overall, no, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Yeah, rich degenerate. Okay, so the next question is, you're very welcome, Mrs. Calico. That's not the next question, but I'm just saying thank you. Okay, so the next question is from Shay Renee 2316. Hey girl. And she asked, what does his mother know about his dealings, his alleged dealings? What does his mother know? Let's see what we got here. Kevin says, I'm not missing anything. Stay away from the celebrities. Yeah, I'm reading on this because you all someone asked me to read on this. Mr. Hoodoo asked me, like, you looking at stuff about Diddy? I was like, no, I said I'm gonna read on Diddy later. Mr. Hoodoo asked me, why am I gonna read on Diddy later? He was like, you really looking at celebrity stuff? I told him the only reason I'm reading on Diddy later is because someone asked me. He was like, oh, okay. When I tell you we are so far removed, we're so far removed. But let's see, what does his mother know about alleged dealings? Oh, mm. Oh, she knows. She knows. She knows about the alleged dealings. She knows, but in order to keep her world from crumbling, um, emotionally, she had to step away from it. She knows, but emotionally, she had to step away from it. Oh, yeah. Um, and I think she's known from when he was younger, the type of person that he is. But yeah, she's known. She has known, allegedly. Um, but she kind of she had to be quiet. She had to be quiet about it because it's almost like with him, he's not the same person all the time. It's almost like, like when people are like bipolar, or like you never know what you're gonna get. Um, when you have someone like that who is an alleged degenerate, who has money, who has power, I kind of feel like there are mood swings there. I kind of feel like there are outbursts. I kind of feel like there's, all this stuff for fun and, to be degenerate because you can. So I kind of feel like she knew and she's known for a while, but she just had to be quiet so that her world wouldn't be rocked, and because she never knew what she was going to get. Which Diddy was she going to get today? Was she going to get a loving son? Was she going to get a degenerate? Was she going to get someone who's mean and cruel? She just never knew. So she had to keep quiet. She had to keep quiet. So so yeah. Okay, so the next question is coming from Isis. Um, Let me go back to it. Okay, here's the next question. Isis asks, is he responsible for all the deaths that he's alleged rumored to have caused? Let's look and see. And make sure that you are liking this video. Yeah, make sure you like the video. Yeah, make sure that you like the video. So let me see where was I? Because I have my iPad up so I can take a look at the chat as well. Okay. So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, child. Okay. Yeah. I was just reading the chat. Let me get back to it. Okay. So is he responsible? Allegedly. So what I'm going to say is that mm, Mm, here's what I'm gonna say, and I promise I'm not trying to be cryptic. I will say he has caused a lot of upheaval and a lot of instability for a lot of people, a lot of conflict, a lot of instability for a lot of people. And he's been doing this for a long time. He's been doing this for a long time. So, um, yeah, allegedly doing this for a long time. So, interesting. Okay. Okay. So going back to Kimura. So what you're saying, Sophia Evans, is that Kimura said something about Diddy, and that this is potentially what allegedly caused the house fire. Is that what that means? Okay, yeah. You all have to let me know because again, I don't know. Again, I don't, I don't. Okay, Mrs. Calico says, yes, you're correct. She has made an enemy of both Russell and Diddy because she has spoken out. Kim was one of her best friends, so she knows what. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the next question is from Dream Girl 2872. She asks, is he afraid of what Kimura Simmons knows? That's a good question. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Like I told you all, I really don't know. You all know infinitely more than I do. So I'm just here. I'm just reading. Okay. Is he afraid of what Kimura Simmons knows? So let me say this. Um, if she does know some things, yeah, there's a reason to be afraid because whatever she knows can help stop that money, baby. And not only help stopping the money, but that will be a huge pain in the buttocks, okay? Because whatever she knows, if she was to fully come out and spill it with proof and everything like that, it's going to be full on destruction for this empire, okay, that's been amassed. Now, the thing about it is that she isn't the only person who knows, but there are other people who know who really won't say anything. But whatever it is that she knows, oh yeah, if she will, yeah, there's reason to be afraid because that will be the end. That's going to be the end of the stability, the power. Yeah, don't want none of that. Don't want any of that. Okay, so yeah, he'll never admit it, but yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the next question is from Candy Me. Hello, Candy Me. Candy Me asks, will Diddy's case expose more predators that the public didn't notice? That is a good question. Let's see what's let's see what's happening. More alleged predators. Alleged, right? Oh, oh, let me take a sip of water real quick. Okay, let me read this. Ooh, I have to kind of stretch a little bit. Okay, so this right here. So make no mistake about it. The energetics that I'm getting is that there's some there are some questions about the new I'm trying to think, how can I explain this? Okay. No one wants the snowball to turn into an avalanche. Okay. Because we all know that with certain industries, there are degenerates, right? No one wants the snowball to turn into an avalanche. Okay. No one wants that. And I kind of feel like the magicians, the wizards are doing whatever they can to try and keep things as suppressed as possible. Um, right now it's a toss up, but I kind of feel like more lies and more dirt will be unearthed. And I kind of feel like it's slow right now, but it'll pick up. Okay, so overall, yeah. It's a possibility that this case is going to bring out allegations and accusations against other alleged degenerates. Okay, but right now, I kind of feel like they doing their work because they're trying to keep a lid on this because no one wants the snowball to turn into an avalanche. Okay, but the lies, the deception, again, all of this negativity, things only thrive where it can be safe, where it can be cultivated, right? This particular energy is for ripe for degeneracy, lies, deceit, things like that. Because when you're thinking about a teacher, for example, when you're thinking about teachers, they're in elementary school, you're not thinking about, oh my goodness, these teachers are doing all these terrible things to these children. The teachers going to work for the most part. They are, teaching the children, they got to buy school supplies because they don't get paid enough, things like that. But then when you say the entertainment industry and music industry, you already know, you halfway expect the degeneracy, the lies, the deceit, the terrible things to happen there, right? Certain industries just don't have certain energetics. So yeah, the magicians in them, they trying to work to keep everything contained because they don't want the snowball to turn into an avalanche. Right now, they're kind of keeping things contained. And we kind of saw that before, right? With the Me Too movement before, it kind of gained traction and then it kind of died down. The magicians were magicianing, right? So here we are again, right? And it's funny that we're having all this coming into a Mercury retrograde. Retrogrades are going to bring up things that need to be taken care of that you should have taken care of the first time, okay? And I kind of feel like right now the poster child for it right now is just Diddy, allegedly. Um, this right here, I kind of feel like it's going to depend on how the magician is going to work. But if they don't get a handle of it, we're going to see some more. We're going to see more. Because unfortunately, this is the industry where lies, deceit, degeneracy flourishes. Okay. Lies and deceit don't flourish, for people who for construction workers. It doesn't flourish for people who work in the recycling center. It does not flourish for teachers. It does not flourish for people who make straws. But this industry right here is ripe for degeneracy. Thank you so much for that. Miss Callie Coco says Q is on fire, y'all. Listen, I'm just reading what's in front of me. I'm just reading the energetics that I'm getting. And this next question right here is already, yeah. Okay. So the next question is by Starry Eyed. How much will he lose from this financially? It seems to be his main focus outside of the power and control. Absolutely. Because it's just like when we say a king with no kingdom. Okay, you have the title, but are you really a king? Right? Um, that's the whole point of being the king. You have the power and the resources to do, kind of what you want. Um, so yeah, you focusing on the money because we all know that for most people there is a price. And the price for a lot of people coming to this industry is fame. Some of them doing anything for fame. The casting couch, like Nyla said in her video the other night, where they asked like who getting down? Who's having sex? right? There is a price, right? That is attached to that money in that industry. So the question is, how much will he lose from this financially? Because it is his focus. If you have, and I mean, by hook, by crook, or even if you built something brick by brick, holistically and honestly, somebody trying to come for your coins, I mean, you will be trying to figure it out too, right? Um, but yeah, so how much? I think it's really, really going to depend. It's really, really going to depend. I think it's going to depend on the number. It's going to depend on the number of lawsuits. I kind of feel like we have to wait um between now and a few more months to kind of see what else is going to come up, what else is going to surface. Because I'm not seeing anything about money here, but I am seeing more. There's a potential for more accusations or more lawsuits or whatever, 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 more paperwork to come out. I think we really need to wait and see um what is going to come from this, because that really depends, right? If there is no more, then how much, if there aren't any more lawsuits, right, the potential to lose so much goes down exponentially, right? The more and more people, the more you got to give up. The more lawsuits, the more claims, the more you potentially have to give up. So I think we have to really wait and see how things are going to move forward, or if things are going to kind of slow down around the new year. So I think we really have to wait and see. It's not a question of how much is going to lose, but it's really going to depend on what the paper trail, if there are any new allegations, things like that. Oh, ISIS, here go ISIS again. Here's ISIS again. Okay, so ISIS asks, um, will they link him to BMF and freeze all his assets and money? That's a two-part question. Let's see about the BMF, because I had no clue. Before Nyla's stream, I had no clue that there was any type of potential links to BMF. No clue whatsoever. I only really knew of BMF because of the show that was on Stars. And I was kind of getting into it, like, okay, so what's happening here? Um, and again, we can just see, even with BMF, right? We see it all the time. People, when children are born into such situations, they didn't ask for that, right? But growing up poor without resources, you're trying to get out of that struggle as quickly as you can. As quickly as you can. Because no one wants to be poor. No one is waking up like, you know what, I'm going to be poor tomorrow. No one is waking up and saying that, right? We need resources to live in this world. So, from what I saw from the BMF show, they, you know, allegedly got into some things because no one wants to be poor, especially being poor where it's cold. It's cold up there in Detroit. Nobody want to be poor where it's cold. Um, I get it. Is it something I would do? No. But no one wants to do that. So again, you know, trying to get you some resources as quickly as you can to get out of certain situations. I understand. Um, I understand. Um, linking him, the potential for linking him. Um, there's potential. I think it really depends on what's going to be dug up. Okay, it's going to depend on what type of receipts there are. It's going to depend on if receipts can be found. Okay, what type of linkage is there? What type of links, and not only what type of links, how can they establish linkage between that organization and him, allegedly? Um, I'm gonna say it's more yes than no, but it's still really I kind of feel like the energy is obfuscated. Like not that it's hidden, but like it's kind of murky, right? It's murky. It's very murky. Yeah, it's murky. Yeah, it's funny because I'm looking at it and it's just like and when I say it's murky, I kind of feel like there were people doing magic to kind of like really can't see into certain things, right? Certain things are more important than others to kind of hide, try and hide things, right? And I kind of feel like if there are some magicians involved, I know people listen to this probably will think I'm crazy or whatnot, but listen, the magic be magicking, okay? It's why some alleged politicians and all like that, they do stuff and they get away with it, okay? Um, I kind of feel like there are some hidden links and I kind of feel like there's some cloudiness because I I can pick up on it, but then I can't pick up on it. Um, and usually when it's a situation like that, it's either magic involved or it's something completely different. Because normally I can kind of pick up on some of anything. Um, yeah. So I kind of feel like there's some because from what I gathered, BMF is um very organized structure. And when you're getting back into the deep links like that, you definitely want to keep certain things away from prying eyes. So it's funny, I could pick up on it, but I can't pick up on it. That's interesting. That's interesting. Interesting. When I tell you all the last time I really couldn't pick up on something was when someone asked me about aliens, extraterrestrials. And when I told you I drew a blank, it was weird. It was weird. Um, that was weird. Um, Isis asks, another question from Isis. Isis asks, will alleged male victims come forward soon? Will there be any alleged male victims coming forward soon? Let's look and see. Let's look and see, baby. Hmm. Not that I'm laughing, but here's the thing. I kind of feel like so let me tell you all a quick story. So when you're a spiritual worker, right? You understand how energy works. You understand how energy works for you, right? When I tell you it took me for whatever reason, yesterday I could not download the thumbnail I made for this live stream. When I tell you it took numerous tries, it took numerous tries. And when you're someone like me, you understand what spiritual interference looks like. I kind of feel like right now there's some over in that camp, there's some work being done to try and do whatever for cleanup. I feel like there's some spiritual cleanup going on. And it's so funny because I downloaded another thumbnail right before that. This one took forever. And I almost kind of felt like I kind of felt like interference, and I kind of feel like right now there is spiritual interference coming from that camp. So do with that what you will, but I understand interference when I see it. So do with that what you will. Um, Alleged male victims. Alleged male victims. I kind of feel like, yeah, there's a possibility for one or two of them. There's a possibility for one or two of them. The thing about it is will it um I kind of feel like if there are some male victims, I kind of feel like they might be paid off before something um gets out of hand. I kind of feel like, yeah, I kind of feel like before male victims are able to really have a voice, allegedly, I kind of feel like they'll be paid off before it even gets to that. Because while we don't care about someone who's doing whatever with their personal sexual life, I kind of feel like there's a potential rep to keep. Rumors are one thing, but a lawsuit, you know, of a man claiming that a supposedly heterosexual man has done some things that's a little bit more damaging too. So I kind of feel like before it even gets that far, I kind of feel like um money will exchange hands. Kind of feel like money will exchange hands. Yeah, the magical hijinks are hijinking right now. Or recently. So we will definitely see. Okay, so Michelle M asks, are Diddy and Young Miami still together, and do you see jail time in his future? Okay, that's a two-parter. Let's kind of look and see. Hmm, this one is interesting. I I don't really see them as together, at least not publicly. I don't see them as together publicly. I kind of feel like other women are talking to her or just telling her like, "Hey girl, I just want to check on you. See how you doing? Are you okay?" I kind of feel like other women are talking to her or have talked to her. Um and I kind of feel like, at least not publicly, I kind of feel like if they do say that they are together publicly, I don't think it's real. I don't see them as, I don't see it. I don't see it being together, them being together. And I really feel like it's because women may have been like, okay, okay, girl, I just want to check on you over there. Like, like how when your girls be like, hey girl, you all right? I just wanted to, I heard things were a little strange. I kind of feel like she has people who have probably talked to her, had some phone calls with her, and I kind of feel like she's thinking about things. I kind of feel like she's thinking about these things, baby. She's thinking about things that there's some conflicting energy over there. There's some conflicting energy over there because I don't see no type of lovey-dovey relationship. I don't see none of it. I don't see any of it. I don't see any of it. Uh-uh. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I feel like the stability of of the energy has changed over there. Okay, so let's see. Jail time potentially in his future. Potentially. Allegedly. Jail time. Let's see. What is this here? Interesting. Interesting. Don't mind me. I'm just talking to myself. I know you all are looking at me like, what the hell is she interesting about? Interesting. Interesting. Do I see? Okay. Do I see jail time? I don't really see jail time. I don't see it. I don't see jail time, but what I do see is a lot of people starting to change how they feel about this person. Um, and I kind of feel like there are a bunch of women behind the scenes who are really trying to do everything that they can to um to get some traction going. To get some traction going. But I kind of feel like I kind of feel like right now, spiritually, magically speaking, um, you know, he's dialed, 1-800 Illuminati lawyer, allegedly, and just trying to figure things out. Um, because like the energy is starting to it's starting to mix. And I kind of feel like right now the targets of this energy are quote unquote alleged victims, women with complaints. Um, women with complaints. And I kind of feel like they are like one, two. I kind of feel like it's at least three different women, 3 to 4 different women that are really trying to work behind the scenes and try to push whatever they can forward. The thing about it is, I don't know how much power they have. I don't know how much power they have, and I don't know if they're truly ready to go the distance with this. But uh, jail time is a complete toss up right now. I don't see it right now. I really don't see that right now. I don't see any hint of jail time right now. But these alleged victims are trying to do what they can to work together to try and, you know, get some recompense. Get some recompense. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Dream girl. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, Dream Girl's question is he responsible for I'll be sure allegedly almost man, I don't even know what the story is with this. Oh my goodness. This is wild. This is wild. This, I don't even know what what? I'll be sure. Let's see what's going on with this. No, this vampire car keeps coming up. So mhm. What the hell happened with I'll be sure? I don't know what happened. I think I did hear he was in the hospital, but I don't know why. Y'all know I don't know. So interesting. I, hmm. mm, mm, mm. I feel like a decision was made. Whatever happened regarding Al B. Shore, a decision was made, and the decision was one of stress. I kind of feel like there was some type of money involved. I don't know whose money. I don't know if somebody was supposed to pay someone. I don't know if somebody was supposed to receive something. I don't know, but I kind of feel like whatever happened, a decision was made and someone paid someone to do something. I don't I don't know what happened with Albie Shore. I really don't know. I don't even know what the stories or alleged rumors are about it. I really don't know. Money exchanged hands for something to be done. Y'all know so much about stuff. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. This is wild. Okay. She asked, who has copies of Porter's book? There's a book? What's going on with the book? Who has the copies of the book? Now, I don't know if I can look into that. Who is Kim? Okay, is Kim Porter the child? I don't know. I don't know. Who has the copies of the book? Um, someone in power. Someone in power has this book. Someone in power has this book. Someone in power and someone with a lot of money. I don't know what book. I don't know of what book you speak. Someone in power and someone with a lot of money has that book. Okay, Pretty Precious asks. Pretty Precious asks, did Diddy have a sexual relationship with Lori Harvey? Sexual relationship with Lori Harvey. No, I don't see sexual relationship with Lori Harvey. I don't see it. I feel like whatever was between them, there was too much I don't want to say chaos, but just difference of opinions and differences in thought processes about things, and not to the point where um it's kind of like when you're turned off from someone, you can't even really be intimate or even want to be intimate if you're turned off by someone. Yeah, I don't see it, and I kind of see her as someone who I kind of feel like the decision that she made to not be with him or to, not continue things with him, she made the decision to protect herself. Um, yeah, I kind of feel like they didn't mesh well together. I don't see anything sexual there. I kind of feel like they didn't mesh well together. I mean, looking at people like Aaron Hall has no power. So, okay, Dream Girl says it has been said that he flips on and off emotionally, like all of a sudden outburst. Okay, so all of a sudden outburst. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Okay. So Mrs. Calico asks, is there an energy that is bringing all this forward due to karma or people putting their deliberate efforts into bringing Diddy down? That's a good question. This is calico. We're gonna leave this one out because this is a jumper. We're gonna leave this jumper out. I normally don't read jumpers, but I normally don't have them either, so we're gonna leave this one out. Um, okay. So what this is this is people these are the alleged victims, the alleged lady victims. This is they remember I said that there are people who are trying to come together to try and deal with this, get this out there. Yeah, the alleged female victims are coming together um to try and just open a can of worms about the lies, about the degeneracy, um and just the chaos, because he presents as put together, stable, things like that, but they know his true nature, his primal energy. So to answer your question, these are ladies, alleged victims coming together to try and expose and put all this out there. It's not necessarily, I mean, it's energy in the sense of, we can't change what the planets are doing, and that we're in a lot of times of, you know, flipping the light switch on, a lot of revolution and a lot of change. But so it is the energy planetarily, but that's not the planetary energy is in the background. This is women. These are women who, they've dealt with the mental abuse of things, allegedly. These are women coming together to try and push this. Okay, so pretty precious. The next question is from, okay, Starry Eye. It says message retracted. Okay, pretty precious. And the NDA Danity Kane was asked to sign included a clause so they couldn't disparage on Justin Combs. Does Diddy have his son included in his mess? Allegedly, he tried to pimp Danity Kane. Okay, so is the son included? Allegedly. This is a question. Is the son allegedly included? Yeah, Mrs. Calico, what I saw with regard to who has the book, someone with a lot of money and a lot of power has the book. That's what I saw. Okay, so answering this question, does Diddy allegedly is his son included in this mess? Ooh. Huh. This is interesting. Side note, Mr. Hoodoo is in the bedroom watching reels and cracking up and having a good old time. I'm gonna have to join him in a little bit. Um, is the son involved? 6, 7. I don't I don't see the son as being involved. I kind of feel like this is mostly him, Diddy, allegedly. But I kind of feel like when it comes to the NDAs, I kind of feel like and hear me out. I kind of feel like the NDAs and contracts are kind of like enchanted, if that makes sense. So they have energy on them that kind of an NDA is supposed to keep you from doing something or saying something. I kind of feel like the contracts, the NDAs are enchanted, and that enchantment is what when people sign them, that enchantment is what keeps them quote unquote from going public, breaking free, from causing a scene, from like that. And Danny Kane got away because I think it was either one of the young ladies in the group didn't sign, so they weren't able to be subjected to any foolishness, right? Because as a group they didn't sign. If that makes sense. Like, does that make sense? I see a lot of enchantment right now. With this last question, I see a lot of enchantment, a lot of a lot of magic, a lot of enchantment. So yeah, some of this was information that I had got yesterday. So I did want to kind of see what was going to come out of this. Thank you so much for that, dream girl. Okay, so let me go down to the next question. Okay, the next question is Dream Girl asks, will the information in the book be exposed? That's the question. Will information in the book be exposed? Let's see. Mm. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is interesting. Mm. I feel like I feel like there are a couple of people who are working to reveal the contents of the book. I feel like there are a couple of people who are working to reveal the contents of this book because this book, whatever's in this book, I don't know about the book, but whatever's in this book, honey, they're trying to keep it under wraps. And I kind of feel like there are a couple of people who are trying to do whatever they can. I kind of feel like there are a couple of people who are working to try and get the book's contents revealed. Um, right now, their traction on getting this revealed is very poor. Okay, they don't have much grip. They don't have much grit. They don't have much power in trying to get the contents of the book revealed. But I feel like it's a couple of people who are trying to work on it. I really do feel like there are a couple of people who are trying to work on it. Um, and it's just really hard. It's really hard to get whatever's in this book um exposed. It's hard to do that. I don't know what this book is, but yeah, I don't see I don't see I don't see them gaining much ground, but some people are trying to work on it. Some people are trying to work on it. Again, I don't know what this book is. I don't know what's in it, but there are people working on it, but they're having a really hard time. They are having a really hard time. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. Yeah, whoever the person was who I said who had the book, who had the money and in the position of power, I don't feel like I don't feel like when I was looking at I don't feel like it was Diddy. I feel like it was someone else. So I don't know who the other person could be, but I kind of feel like it was somebody else. I don't necessarily, I mean, would Diddy allegedly hide this book, keep this book? Yes. But I feel like the means and methods for keeping the book and hiding the book was much more sophisticated than what Diddy could do. It's like, you know, it's like when you have someone who's a criminal and then someone who's a criminal mastermind. I feel like that's the levels between Diddy and the person who had the book. The person who has the book is a criminal mastermind who really knows what they're doing versus the, you know what I'm saying, almost like Diddy compared to the person who has the book. Diddy is a foot soldier. So that's the more power and more money that the person who has the book has, especially with regard to power in comparison to Diddy. So so yeah, it's really interesting, really really interesting. So okay, let me look at something. Okay, all right. Do people have any more questions? I don't see any more questions coming through. So, but yeah, yeah. Whoever has that book, oh, they're top tier. They're top tier. Yeah, whoever has that book, they are top tier. Um, check my phone really quick. But yeah, whoever has that book, they're top tier. And oh my goodness, they're top tier, and it's really it's real interesting because yeah, mm, mm, they're top tier. So yeah, interesting. But yes, a lot of this information, a lot of what I've said tonight, I kind of felt yesterday. Um, make no mistake about it. Allegedly, um, there are those who work with Diddy to um keep things running smoothly. Um, with magic, with spirituality, with magic, um, and a lot of the power that is wielded over people who get involved with him, allegedly. Um, it comes from magic, it comes from that type of control and domination. But he does have those energetics, the energetics of domination, the energetics of control. And then when you have people who are degenerate with power, with money, they start getting weird. They start doing weird stuff. Mhm. Because they think that they can't be found out. They think they can't be caught because of the power, the money, and even sometimes with the magic. But yeah, so yeah, yeah, because people who quote unquote have fears about things, you don't do certain things, right? You don't do certain things. So yeah, it's real interesting. It's real interesting. So of course, everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, right? I'm just talking spiritually. I'm just talking energetically. But yes, it's real interesting. It's real interesting. So, does anyone have any more questions? I don't see anything going on down there in the chat. I don't see any more questions. So let me know if you all have any more questions. Oh, child. Oh, child. Now, it's funny because Diddy's energy is much different than Nesto's energy. Like comparing the energies, Nesto's energy is Nesto's energy was annoying because Nesto thinks he's smart when he's really dumb, right? So his was annoying. His was sucking void, annoying, like, why won't you leave me alone? Like, why are you following? Like, that was his energy. The energy from this reading is much different. Even though the themes were a bit darker during this reading, I was able to get through it because The energetics of magic is a familiar current for me. And I feel like this energy over here and dealing with the all of the alleged cases and situations is much more organized and structured over here. So that makes the energy much more different. Diddy knows who he is as a person, right? He knows who he is. He knows that with the things that he likes to do, his various appetites, he's very, very secure in it. He's secure in everything that he does. Okay. He's secure in it. He sits in it. He rests in it. Versus Nasty Nesto and Silly Sonia, they out here trying to fake it till they make it. Diddy's energy is not like that. Diddy's energy is very comfortable with all that he does. There is no regret, there's no remorse there. And that's the difference. Absolutely, Valerie. Valerie said, I just came in late, just wondering if magic is involved. Absolutely. Hmm. Okay, so Brittany asked, what deck is this? This is the Totem deck. And I think I bought it on either Amazon or Etsy, the Totem deck. Um, I will say it's not a beginner's deck because there aren't pictures, right? So if you don't if you don't know, your cards, if you need the pictures, you're not gonna know what this is. So I would say this is not a beginner's deck. This is for someone who's comfortable with tarot, has worked with a few different decks of all kinds. But if you don't know your stuff, you won't know what that is. Um, if you don't know like legends and stories and things like that, and this one should be an easy one, like Gabriel. That should be an easy one. So um, this is the deck. Um, it's a great deck. It's very good for like the shadowy depths, which is why I use it for tonight's reading. Because yeah, it's really good for that. This is my first time using this deck. I do like it. Um, um, hey Shay, she says great reading. AQ, I missed the last part. The Sagittarius called. You so silly. You are so silly. But thank you for that. Yeah, as interesting as it was, this actually went pretty smoothly. Actually went pretty smoothly, which not that I'm shocked at, but yeah, it went pretty smoothly. So thank you so much, Miss Calico. Great reading. So I hope you all know I have memberships now. So if that's something that you're interested in, you don't want to be tied to the Patreon, but you just want the tea here with me on YouTube, I have memberships and super chats now. So just putting that out there. In case anyone wants to um immerse themselves in that. But yeah. So if there aren't any more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Um, I'll give it a moment or two. But yeah, if there aren't any more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and go. But yeah, make sure that you like the video, share this with someone you think may be interested, sub to my channel if you haven't. Yeah, okay, so let me read this comment. Dream Girl says, I'm looking at this a couple of minutes behind you, but the book is the book Kim wrote prior to her death. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. When I tell you all I am far removed from celebrities, I'm far removed from it. But I'm gonna go Google tonight. I did not consume any information about Diddy, the other players in the game. Um, Before I did this reading, I never really do because I like to pull energy as pure as possible without me knowing stuff beforehand. But I'm gonna go kind of read about some stuff tonight because I'm curious now. Like I don't know who Clive is. I don't know about this book. I don't know what allegedly happened to Albie Shore. I don't know what happened to Kimura. Like I have to go read all this stuff now because this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting. No, no one did. Lawana. Okay, Candy Me says, thank you, Q, and good night. Mons 820 says enjoyed the reading, and Pretty Precious said, why did he be letting his mama look a mess? Listen, she over there quiet, okay? So she can live peacefully. She over there quiet. She over there quiet. Okay, I'm gonna answer this last question from Lawana Dean. Lawana Dean asked about Justin really being done. So this is gonna be the last question. But yeah, his mother is over there quiet, so she can live peacefully. And I kind of touched on that with a question. Someone asked a question about it earlier. Well, let's see what's going on. It's done. Yeah, yeah. Funny how that went. Yeah, yeah. It's his son. It's his son. It's his son. Yeah. We have the yeah. That's family. That's family. From what I see, that's family. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and close this off. So the next few live streams, the next spiritual bath live stream is going to be on protection baths. And then at some point, I have a busy day on Sunday, so I can't on Sunday. Um, Maybe tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, then definitely on Monday. I'm going to spiritual bath series, and we got to read on Shirley Strawberry. So Shirley Strawberry reading is coming. Spiritual protection bath is coming, and then we're going to start looking into the mumble rappers who rap about their criminality in their songs. We're going to do a reading on that too. So make sure you stay tuned to this channel because yeah, got some good things coming up in the works. But thank you for being here with me late this evening. Um, you all take it easy. You have a good one, a good, safe, happy weekend, and I will see you around these YouTube streets. If you see me in someone's chat, please say hi. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Bye everyone. Thanks for being here.